am very excited at, and I have very good reasons to be. So Saturday and yesterday Sunday, I got certified as a real estate professional at the Certified Real Estate Masterclass with Dr. Steven. So I'm excited to be with you here this morning. My name is Joe Tehili. I'm a successful real estate professional with GTEX Holdings, one of the leading real estate developers in the world. We have properties in US, UK, UAE, and over 20 locations in Nigeria. I'm very excited because we have good news, like very, very good news. We'll be launching another property or project right there in Texas, USA this coming week. So stay tuned as I unveil to you this information. The property is in Texas and it's a 19-acre property, 19-acre. So you really, really want to be aware of this and not miss out. You know, the best time to invest in a project, it is when it is being launched or even in the pre-launch stage. So, but notwithstanding, why we are here today, I want to talk about top locations to invest in, especially for Nigerians in diaspora. So before we talk about those locations, I want to talk about some of the things that you look out for. Well, I learned this as well in the real estate masterclass. But what are the things you look out for in a location before you invest, right? What are the things you should consider, check out, observe before you invest, especially in the US or internationally, right? So, of course, we always say that the first thing you should look at is location, location, location. Now, what are those things you should look out for? So, the first one is coming projects or proposed projects from the government or from the environment. So, is the government saying they're going to build a a new road or a bridge or a railway or an airport or a seaport? All those developments, you need to look at them to consider if it is a good place for investment. That's number one. Number two, you also need to look at the natural resources or the natural amenities around the environment. So when I mean natural, is there a lake around the environment, right? Are there trees, natural nature environment around that exist, right? You can also look, are there rocks around the environment? Is there a, like the aurora falls now, there's this color in the sky that is around the environment. So look at some of those notable natural elements or natural developments around that axis for you to consider investing. Another one you should look at is the created, I call it created environments or artificial environments. For example, if you are buying into a project or an estate, I believe everyone here follows Grant Cardone. You observe that most of his estates have some beautiful elements in the design. So it could be a pool right in front of the house, right? It could be a golf club, a golf session or a polo session right inside the estate. You know that these developments make the value of properties to appreciate, to go up. I believe you understand that. So yes, you look at created environments. The list is quite long, but because of our time, I will not go so much in mentioning every one of them. So yes, look at created environments as well. Are we good? Yes. So another thing you look at too is infrastructure. Infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure do we have in this axis? Are there the electricity? Are you see the wiring? Yeah, the electricity wiring in the environment. Is it right there that everyone can see, or it is unseeable? It is on the ground, or in that environment is everyone using solar? Because all these things affect the aesthetics of the environment, which also in turn affects the value of property over time. So one other aspect is government policy. What is the government policy in that location? So for example, I learned this. I'm very excited, and I somehow feel I most likely will pay for the next real estate masterclass because They say faith comes by hearing, and also understanding comes by hearing and hearing again. So on that aspect, I got to understand that the government policy in New York, for example, is very stringent and not positive for business growth due to high level of taxes. If I remember correctly, understanding the level of income tax in New York alone is around 33%. 33%, that's a lot. How much do the workers have left to take home? Right? But compared to Texas, the income margin is fairer and not as high as that of New York. And the policies in Texas, for example, encourage businesses unlike that of New York. You get the picture. I understand California as well. The policies are not so favorable for businesses or companies. You are looking at the difference. So you also need to research, understand government policies and how it will affect your project in the long run. So we also look at government coming into power. We know very well that not everyone loves Donald Trump. Of course, I'm not very supportive of the way he addresses people and how he can be very point blank, even to hurting people's feelings. But at the same time, you cannot rise without hurting people's feelings, and you cannot rise by pleasing everyone. So, however, the exciting part about Donald Trump is the fact that you know that his policies will favor businesses in the US. You already know that, reason being that he himself is and has always been a business person. So any policy he is going to put, he's going to look at it from the line of businesses. Will this be favorable for businesses? Will this be favorable for real estate developments? Do you understand? Will it encourage real estate? And I think one of the reasons why Dubai is one of the fastest growing economy and continues to rise is its government policy. It strongly encourages businesses, entrepreneurs to blossom. That's why most people like to open their businesses or at least a headquarters in Dubai. You get the picture. So in your local environment, in your country, in your state, whichever one you belong, you also need to look at these policies and how it will affect your real estate investment. So that being said, I have a few minutes left to talk about these projects that we have in US that you can key into. So I partly like to research cryptocurrencies, developments in cryptocurrency. By the way, congratulations to all crypto enthusiasts. Over the weekend, I understand the Bitcoin halving took place. So, and that, of course, is going to affect the value and the price of Bitcoin in the coming weeks and months, which in turn will affect the value of other coins. So I like to research outside my field most of the time. So I would say I want to put this specifically to people who are into DeFi, Web3, right? AI, cryptocurrency technology, blockchain technology. That in as much as cryptocurrency can give you a large extent of money or finance, in fact, almost on a consistent basis, if you understand fundamental and technical analysis, I always encourage you to have backup, good backup in real estate investments. Yes, in your country, especially I'm Nigerian, so especially for Nigerians, but at the same time, international investments as well. Something you can look back tomorrow and say, okay, when I made this profit, right? When I liquidated this profit, I this is one of the projects that I tied it to. So I always encourage this. So some of the projects you can look out are, for us, they are in 3 locations in the US: Texas, Alabama, and Georgia. So for Georgia, we have 20 units of 3 bedroom duplexes, 3 bedroom terrace duplexes. So good news, I just confirmed right now that every of the apartments has been rented out. So, however, investors can decide that they want to own a particular unit so that the rent comes to them every month. You understand? If you observe, if you've been following us in the previous video, I always say that we have a number of units still available. But right now, there is none available. Everything has been rented out. However, you can invest and know that as you are buying the property, you will be getting the rental income for that unit for life. Reason why you are very sure that you will get your income is because we have Valdosta State University close to this property, and we also know that there is Georgia State University as well. This is outside other private universities around the Georgia environs. You understand? So your guarantee that you will get tenants is at 101% accurate. You will always have tenants. So in some of the rental apartments, students do what we call shared apartments, in which three different students can pay for a room each, and then they share the parlor and the kitchen. You understand the concept. So are you guaranteed that you will get tenants? 101% you are guaranteed. Another of our projects is the Katy Houston, Texas project. So I'm excited. This is another reason why I'm excited. I've taken my time to do a compilation of all the videos about this project, and I put them together and I've uploaded them on my YouTube channel. It's around 2 hours or so. So take your time to digest it. In this video, you will also hear other investors who have invested in this property. Yes, you also hear why they invested, what encouraged them to invest rather. The interesting part is that you will see on the live that people were still investing in the project. So it's an amazing project. It's a $150 million project. Yes, and we've raised over 100 million. So we just have few slots available for you to key into. So if you need more information on that, click I will add the YouTube video to the description of this video so that you can learn more about it. Then, of course, we have in Alabama. We'll be sharing more information on that in the coming weeks. And then we'll be launching another project in Texas this coming week. I'm very excited, in 19-acre property. So I'm very, very excited. Thank you for taking our time to watch this video. I love you. I'm rooting for you. See you next time. Bye-bye.